What's up, guys?
What's up?
What are we doing here, son?
We're cleaning the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0.
This fabulous little... Yeah, look at this.
Garbage.
Doesn't that gun look weird to you? Something's wrong with it.
Something's wrong with it.
That's because
We're
in
cleaning
pieces.
it. Oh, we're cleaning it today, guys.
And as you can see, like...
Yeah, we forgot.
It's already pretty dirty. We've gone to the range since we bought the gun probably too many times than we should have without cleaning it, but it's quite the process, and it's coming out good, huh?
In my opinion, it's a great gun, but me and my father do not very dislike the trigger, because when...
We'll show you why. So, as you can see, obviously the gun's apart. We do have magazine welds over here. They're all empty. There's no live ammunition, not even within 50 feet. Ammunition's in the safe. But, however, we have the gun apart, and I mean, we could show you how we field stripped it after when I put it back together. But the trigger is...
If we could show you better if everything was on it, because we would have
we could show them good here. Look, ready? So on a lot of triggers, this is a stock trigger on my Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. Unfortunately, I didn't go with the shield version. The laser, we kind of got oversold at the store a little bit, and we're a little too ambitious trying to get the first gun.
I pushed him into it.
Anyways, so we had shot this gun in the subcompact version prior to purchasing. So I like that gun. The subcompact is great for carry, but it was really little, and it had a lot of recoil.
I really like.
So subcompact weapons seem to have significant recoil, and I'm by far no gun expert. Actually, this kiddo here, he's taught me a lot so far. Anyways, so our trigger, right? So the trigger on this gun, as you can see, as I said, it's stock, is very interesting. So it's actually, if you look closely, it has a little hinge in the middle right here, right? So when you pull the trigger back, again, obviously the gun's apart, there's no ammunition around, right? So when you pull the trigger, do you see that? This part has to engage before the trigger even starts to engage, and then you get way back to here, and then the gun doesn't even actually fire. Obviously, there's no firing pin, there's no slide, nothing on it. So you can't get a good sense. We can show you when it's back together, like he was saying. But we can show you the mechanism here, right? So like the springiness of this, and then the pull is like all the way back to here before it catches and fires. So the gun doesn't even actually fire until way back here. It's not a hard trigger pull. It's not a lot of poundage. I don't have a measuring tool to do that, but it's like way back here. And then the reset, so when you fire a gun, for those of my family that don't have a lot of understanding of this, when you fire a gun, you get to here, and then the slide slides back, and a new chamber, new round chambers. The old round kicks out, new round chambers into the weapon. When you release the trigger, you want it to not be too far before it resets. So this one resets pretty far, way back up here. So it's really far, and it's not a solid reset. So like what I mean is, like, it's not clear, and like you can hear it and feel it really well. It's just like, it's really, what's the word? What do you think? Mushy? Mushy's a good word, I think.
Sorry for interrupting.
But so when it resets, so it's just this whole trigger. So we're talking about getting an Apex split trigger, right?
Yeah. Sorry for interrupting you again. I just don't want this video to get taken down. We have no live ammunition, like he said. He said it already. But
well, you do have the magazines. So this little gun, that's good. Again, it's not a subcompact, so it's not tiny. But it's small enough. It's sort of between. I think it's considered a compact. So it's between. Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Let me get to it. It's between the full size and a subcompact, but it's still. I mean, it's small enough to carry. Like, as you can see, like, forgive my fat rolls, but like, The gun
No,
can be
yeah.
hidden nicely there, and nobody really would see. So once we go for my concealed carry permit, I'll start to carry, but we're not at that point now. But anyway, so this little gun, it's pretty little. Again, we could show it to you fully assembled. As Blake was showing you, I don't know if you caught it, but what you see there,
15 rounds in this.
double stack, 15 round mag fits in this little.
Is this double stack?
Yeah, it's double stack. No, I'm sorry.
It's not.
No, it's not double stack. I'm sorry, I misspoke. You're right. You're right. It just seems it because how wide the magazine well is. Like that's pretty wide for a single stack.
We don't want to push him in. I pushed him into buying this gun. I don't want to push him into buying another gun, but he really.
We can talk about that in another video.
Okay.
Right here, we're talking about cleaning, and I'll pick up the phone real quickly. Like we've got quite a mess of
A lot of
stuff already.
Q-tips. We've cleaned it, but we forgot to record. We forgot.
So we forgot to record until this point, but whatever. We're getting down to the point where, honestly, we could probably just start to dry some or reassemble some pieces. We've really gone to town on putting the board brush through and really cleaning out. What is this? You said this?
Barrel.
Okay, so this is the barrel of the gun, which slides into the what is this?
The slide.
The slide, right? So this is engineering class for Blake today
Yeah,
for
that's
school.
my schoolwork.
So
What this does.
we're gonna. You want to do it?
Yeah. So this
Just
is
be
the
careful.
slide. This is the, as you can see, is right here, in there. I don't think you guys can see is the firing pin, but what this does is, this will go in, and it will sit.
Just let it slide in there. Okay.
It will sit like that. It won't. The barrel won't be out all the way out like that, but it would be in like that, and
It
yeah,
rests in
so
there.
it's it. And then we got the spring.
A spring. So it just goes in there like that.
And we'll push it in.
And honestly, this is my first time reassembling this gun, so it might take me a second.
I thought it would be
Oh,
hard.
it's not that. It's in.
I thought it would be hard to take it apart, but it really isn't. It actually is kind of simple.
Okay. And then reassembling.
Well, it will just pop off. You gotta get it.
Oh, you gotta get it lined up, right?
Yep.
Oops. Oh, come on. Look like a dummy here. So slide back in. Make sure it's. This gun is sort of silly. It has what's called a slide stop. So this is intended to stop the slide from going instead of a slide release. So as you can see, look, it basically is back on the weapon. I'm on the wrong side to show you, and it looks like I might be aiming at him, but he's actually behind the camera. Again, no live ammunition.
No,
And then you
no
have to
magazine.
pull the trigger in order to get it on there, and then pull it back. It's not going to want to stay up because there's no magazine in there, so you have to push up the slide. Stop, it's called on this gun. Then you close your little mechanism there, and then the gun's closed. Obviously, again, empty magazine, and
this is where we're gonna get to.
we're gonna empty it again. Double check, triple check, no live rounds. We're gonna, because we had to pull the trigger to get the slide back into place, and that might not actually be correct, but I cocked the gun back.
Again, he's not
To
pointing
put the
at me,
slide-
I'm just behind him.
To put the slide back on, I had to pull it back, so it pretended to chamber around even though there isn't one in there. So this is the full gun. Again,
Laser.
the laser is not turned on because I actually don't even like the laser
Yeah,
because
me neither. It's like when I'm shooting,
seems
it
to
gets
be-
in the way.
I was told that it's sighted in for 50 feet. So when we're shooting at 3 yards, 7 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards even, 10 yards is only 30 feet. So it's off. The laser is like literally, it's off. I don't like it. And to be honest, I'm considering taking it off the gun because the gun looks pretty sexy without it. I am, however, also considering getting a red dot. It can have a red dot put on it.
Ooh, and
And again, we are replacing, so I'm going to show you the trigger mechanism. Sorry, go ahead and say something that you're going to say.
We went to the range and shot guns. And we shot a Glock, which had a red dot, which had, what was it called? Of everything the Glock had. It was...
Striker Systems.
Yeah, Striker Systems. It just has all about...
You can talk about other guns.
And I shot the red dot, and it was really good. It was so much easier.
Yeah, the red dot is nice. So I really like that gun, too. So we could talk about possibly other weapons in another video. I've noticed this imperfection on my gun since I got in. It really, really bothers me. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. It's imperfection, and I should have brought it back right away. It bothers me so bad.
It's that one time.
So anyways, I'm going to show you the reset on this weapon again. Just make sure you're back. Okay, so I'm gonna pretend to load the gun, okay? You don't have to actually pull it all the way back. So right now it thinks there's a round in there. So again, it's empty, okay? So when you pull the trigger, look at that. Look at still nothing, still nothing, still nothing, still nothing. I mean, I keep going in and out, but I'm just trying to show you. Look at that. Look how far, in and out, no problem, okay? All the way back, listen closely. Wow. Okay, ready? Then you need to cycle it. And listen for the reset. Still not reset. Still not reset. Right there. Reset about right there. That's pretty far out, guys. Look at that. That's not, like, that's really far. So again, so now it resets. So it thinks there's a round in there again. So look how far back I can pull this. Look at that. Right about there is where I'm getting tension to feel the trigger go off. Ready? I hate it. It's called a recessed trigger, so it's got a hinge in the middle there, and it's horrible. You wanna show them? It's acting like it's got a round in there.
Yep.
And I've been wanting to show you this because when we go to look at guns, you always check out the trigger, but then you never do the reset. Okay? So pull the trigger and don't let go. Hold it. Now keep the trigger held, and you just pull this back a little bit. And did you feel it? It felt like it thinks there's a round in there. So now let it out. You should feel it reset. That's the reset of the gun. So when you're shooting and you do your 3-round burst, you go boom, boom, boom. That's what's happening. You need to wait for that reset to happen in there. So that's what we're checking when we're looking at new guns. The reset's important in the feeling of the trigger. Okay, so now you can pull it again and feel it. Now do it again. Do it yourself this time. Try to. Did you feel it reset? Okay. No. Nope, you didn't do it. Oh, you did actually. There you go. There, it just reset. So that's the point, right? It resets so quietly that you can't even see it. May I have the weapon, please?
All
right. So
a lot of weapons
empty
I've
gun,
seen.
Empty gun, empty mag.
A lot of weapons I've seen. I always thought it was cool. We never owned a handgun and no rounds. This right here would, on a lot of guns, you would push it down and the slide would go forward.
So that's
he
a
was
slide
talking
release,
that
right?
he was talking about that. They said they didn't have, as you can see, clear weapon. As you can see, if I put the magazine, no bullets, and if I put the magazine in,
You gotta show them the other way. Turn the other way.
if I push this down as hard as I can, it doesn't go. But this is how we usually, if we shot one magazine, I would slingshot it to put a round into
You
it.
can go ahead slingshot it. You can slingshot it right now.
It's not slingshot.
I know. That's because
no bullets in
there's
it.
no bullets. Right. That's why I was gonna show you.
But you would have to push it back and hold
Push
this
stop
button.
on this side.
Yep.
The slide release.
Yep.
Slide stop. Push it down. So now it thinks it's got a bullet in it.
Yep.
So you need to make sure it's empty. Okay.
But what I really want to show you is I thought it had that, but it didn't. Did you caulk it and then?
We can talk about other things in a separate video about what you're talking about, the releasing it. Yes. So if you take the magazine out, the trick is in this gun, because I guess he's brought it up, so we may as well talk about it. But within the gun, within the firearm, when you have the slide back with the magazine in it, the slide stop comes up. So what happens is if you look inside here, you can see the magazine actually comes all the way up here. So that's why when he took it out, he was able to release it. I actually don't like doing it because I don't want to get my hand pinched, but
Yeah, he did it once and his finger got swollen.
but as you saw, he tried to release the slide with the magazine in it by slingshotting it, and it wouldn't work. I believe it will. See, so the magazine has this little stoppers on it that stop the slide from going back into place.
But if there was a round in it, it is like an extra tiny centimeter in it. Lets it slingshot it.
Yeah. So the round tricks the gun into allowing, well, not even trick it, it's manufactured that way. Engineering, so that's our engineering piece of this, we're gonna do for homework. So we've done our first initial piece by getting our hands on it. Now we're gonna go in and do some actual research and watch YouTube videos and go to the actual book from our weapon, from the nice case that we got with it, with the self-locking and everything in it. With the book, I think it's actually in my office, buddy, because I was looking at it the other day.
But the way they sold this to us, perfect. So it came with 2 extra, I don't know what these are called.
It's for the butt of the weapon, so if you take a magazine out, and you have this little thing, it twists, and that's how you can take the pin out to replace what he's going to show you next.
And these are the
butt plate.
I really do not like the butt plate on this gun because it just is rough and.
So what these are is, yes, you'll see that. Oh wait, what's the difference? Well, the difference is the width of them. So the width of the butt plate can be adjusted, not adjusted.
They give us 3 of them?
Not the butt, it can be adjusted itself, but these are different sizes. So if your hand fits it differently, like I could put a smaller, thinner one on, like this is much more narrow. Even so, this one's even much smaller, much more narrow, which would probably feel a lot more comfortable in Blake's hand. But so it came with 3 of these, but my point was we're gonna do some extra research and could treat this as like an engineering class for school because we're not too thrilled with how school's going. So we'll do some unschooling and let him learn something about something that he's interested in. Be careful, buddy, the cleaner's right here. All right, so it was quite a long video. We were just gonna say hi. This is our first YouTube video.
We're gonna be posting a lot more though, hopefully.
So father and son at it, taking the fear out of firearms by learning about it myself, and participating in an activity that is actually very, very, very soothing. It's extremely, I can't even think of the term, beneficial and time well spent. We're spending time together as father and son, and
we're learning something new.
Learning something new. We're learning about how to protect ourselves should anybody come into our nice, new, beautiful home that we have, and how to defend ourselves.
And if something happened outside the house when he gets sick.
Not even just that. The most important thing is the safety, which we can make another video on. We're getting pretty long here. We're about 20 minutes, so we can make another safe video, which he kept pointing to things that show you that he understands firearm safety. Yes, we're not pointing the gun towards Blake. We're not pointing it towards anybody, right? We're making sure 100%, 120% that there is no live ammunition around us. We are cleaning our weapon, and we are learning about this, the details and the intricacies of how the weapons work together.
Sorry for interrupting you.
And we'll get better with shooting. Dad
Yeah.
did pretty well today.
I need to do better. I think with firearms, a lot of accidents happen with them because not shootings, accidents with kids and firearms. A lot of that is because they don't get taught how to be safe with a firearm.
So when they see a firearm,
They think to play with it, and when a firearm, if it's not yours, even if a firearm is sitting, even if it was my father's sitting on the couch, I don't want to touch it because there could be live ammunition in it. I don't want to touch it. I just want to leave it alone.
Okay. Yeah, so we can make another video talking about things like that. But we just wanted to say hello. First time cleaning our gun. Kind of want to document it for ourselves, to be honest. So I guess that's it. Thank you if you watched it. If not, oh well, we have a memory for ourselves, and that's how I feel about YouTube. We're not out here trying to get you and everybody else to watch it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, my dad's...
These are memories for us, so if you don't like it, kick rocks. Thanks, guys.